Do you like my hair like this? I'd like to talk about dreams. Not the kind you have at night. I want to talk about lifelong dreams. There was a time in my life where every dream that I had came true. I wanted to be an attorney like my father. Done. I wanted to marry a man just like him. Patrick. Of course, my father cheated on my mother, but then again, Patrick cheated on me. What could be more perfect? And then I wanted a house just like my parents. And I got it. I don't know who lives there now, but I'll tell you one thing, their pool leaks.
Rosie.
I think when you're a kid and your parents tell you, if you want to make a wish, you just look up in that night sky and you find the first star. I think they should issue a warning. Careful what you wish for, because you might get it. See, I think my biggest mistake was not dreaming my own dreams. What do you think of that?
Whose dreams were they?
My parents. I think they were my parents' dreams for me. There, I'm cured. I've been living the life my parents wanted me to live.
Well, who doesn't do that?
What, was your father a psychiatrist?
This isn't about me, Rosie.
That's right. That's right. I need a plan. I need to dream again. I believe that people who don't dream die inside. And I think it's time that I got some new dreams. My own. Miss Hood, why did you leave work to go to your grandmother's house?
My mom called. Said Grandma had the DTs. I was bringing her groceries.
So, you went to the grocery store. What happened?
I headed down Alphabet Street to Grandma's house.
Alphabet Street?
Yes, ma'am. You can buy anything there, A to Z.
Did anyone try to accost you on Alphabet Street?
Objection.
Excuse me. When you were on Alphabet Street, what happened?
Well, this B-boy, drug dealer, comes up to me, says, "What's your color?" See, I was wearing this red cape.
Ah, so he thought you were a member of a street gang.
Objection.
Yeah, strawberry.
Calls for speculation.
Sustained. Miss O'Neill, do you have any idea how improper that question was?
Oh, you don't. Miss Hood, did he follow you?
Yeah, starts dissing me, too. Nice cape, Mama. What's poppin', baby? Where you going?
Then what happened?
I told him I was going to my grandma's house across the street, and I flipped him off.
Why'd you do that?
It worked. That dude took off.
Miss Hood, is the man who accosted you present in this courtroom?
Why, yes, he is.
Could you point him out, please?
It's that dude over there.
Let the record reflect that Miss Hood has indicated the defendant, Mr. Wolf.
Big bad wolf.
Hey, what big teeth you have.
And that's not all.
Okay, all right, that's enough. Okay, all right, stop it. That's enough. Oh, Ben, Rosie didn't get to the part about me being a cross-dresser yet. None of you people are taking this training exercise seriously.
Ben, we're just having some fun.
Have fun on your own time. All right, the next training session is a week from Friday.
What was that all about?
Excuse me. I'm having a bad day.
One in a long line.
Well, I'm entitled.
So do you like your new beard?
What? You don't have bad days?
Matter of fact, I'm having one right now.
So?
So, can't get any help from George on the Webster case.
Not now, Rosie.
You've been saying not now, Rosie, for over a week, Ben.
And if you read my memo, you would know the office is shorthanded. George is doing the job of 3 investigators.
Ben Newberry is being a real jerk. He's so sure that Webster kidnapped her foster son that he's going to set a bail she cannot possibly meet. Now, I need some investigative time on this.
Well, we're looking for a new one.
I need help now. Lorraine Webster should not be in jail. She's never even had a traffic ticket. The only thing she's guilty of is providing a good home and a lot of love to a kid whose real mother did 7 for armed robbery.
And the real mother is out and wants her son back.
And he doesn't want to go back. That's why he ran away. The prelim is on Friday, Ben. Now I need help.
What about Tim? Is anybody looking for him?
The police and my investigator.
But I know what the police are doing. They're talking to my relatives and my friends.
The DA thinks that you might have stashed him with one of them.
Why would I do that? I hired a lawyer. I filed a custody suit. I didn't break the law. I tried to do what was right for Tim. Miss O'Neill, if I was going to steal him away, I would have done it the minute his mother got out of prison.
Lorraine, I'm on your side.
It's been over a week. If Tim was all right, he would have gotten in touch with me or my mother.
Look, is there any place he liked to go or a friend that he used to play with that you didn't tell me about?
Miss O'Neill, we have been over this and over this. I don't know how much more I can take. One judge throws me in jail. The other tells me I may have to give Tim back because the law favors the biological mother, even though she was an addict and a prostitute. You know how easy it is to have a baby? You know how hard it is to be a mother? Where was she when he cried? Or when he got up in the morning? Or when he got sick? His walls were just coming down, Miss O'Neill. He was a kid again. He was happy. He trusted me. And I let him down.
Lorraine, you didn't let him down. As soon as we find him, you can tell him that yourself. Honest.
It's lunchtime, Rosie. We agreed not to talk about our cases.
Newberry is a pig, and you know it. He's anti-ERA, anti-abortion, anti-Brady bill, and last week, in front of a jury, he accused one of our PDs of being on the rag. Hello?
Well, I don't like Newberry any more than you do, but the facts are the facts. The police found a packed suitcase in Tim's room. Lorraine Webster told the social worker she'd take Tim and leave the state before she'd give him back.
She was upset. She said it in anger. Any mother would. She knew she had to give Tim back, if only temporarily, and she was prepared to do it.
Why do you always think your clients are innocent?
Why are you always on the wrong side?
Can we talk about something else?
Tim Brenner ran away because he knew the system was going to ship him back to his mother.
She paid her debt to society. She's got a job, an apartment.
She always had a job as a hooker and an apartment where she took her Johns.
Cut the woman some slack.
Cut my client some slack.
I need something more tangible than your speculation, Rosie.
Like what?
Like Tim Brenner. You bring him in, you put him on the stand. If he says he ran away of his own free will, I'll listen. But until then, it's my job to push for a fast trial and a tough sentence.
I thought we agreed not to talk about our cases. The DA is hanging me out to dry on this Brenner kid. I need some help here, Pete. But I know you're busy. I know you're short-handed. But can you give me any more time at all? Okay. Do your best. Thanks.
Rough day, huh?
You don't want to know.
Well, it just got worse.
Mr. Kovacs? My name is Rosie O'Neill. I'm with the Public Defender's Office. I've been appointed to represent you. In order to help you, I'm going to have to ask you a few questions. Anything that we talk about, of course, is confidential. Okay. The police report says that you broke into an apartment at the Clover Avenue Hotel in North Hollywood. The landlord told the police he'd evicted you for non-payment of rent. He changed the locks. You busted in the door and broke a couple of windows. He also told them you had a bad temper and a problem with alcohol. You want to help me out here? Nod once for yes, twice for no. Mr. Kovacs, if you're convicted, you could be looking at 3 years. And even though you have 35 years as a police officer, and that does carry some weight with the jury, they could still convict you. And you're going to be facing the same guys that you put inside.
Most of the guys I busted are back on the street, thanks to your office. So it doesn't really matter where I am.
Are you saying that you want to cop a plea? No pun intended.
What I'm saying is, I'd rather bust a PD than talk to one.
Why don't I come back tomorrow? If you want to talk to me, then fine. Otherwise, I'll come back the next day. That way, when you're convicted, I can put it in the file that I'd been here, 7 or 8 times, and you refused to talk to me. You have my card.
And the name is Kovac. It's Hungarian.
I did the research on tenants' rights. The cases are on your desk.
Oh, thanks, Barbara.
I have to get to class now. Trusts and wills.
Oh, George.
Hi, Rosie.
Hi, George. Any news on Tim Brenner?
No, nothing yet.
George, I have an innocent client for a change who cannot make bail.
I know, but Rosie, look, I'm doing the work of
3 investigators. And I have a preliminary hearing in a matter of days. Without the kid, I do not have a case.
Okay, Rosie, I'll try.
Good, because I gave her my word we'd find him.
Rule number 1, never get emotionally involved in a case.
What the hell happened?
Some creep mistook my arm for a filet mignon.
Does it hurt?
No. It wasn't a big knife.
But, Mr. Kovac, it's obvious that you're not safe here, even under protective custody.
If it wasn't safe, I'd be dead.
Let's just assume, considering you just got stabbed, that I'm right and you're wrong.
You're divorced, aren't you?
Yes. Look, I'm going to file a motion to have your bail reduced and try and get you out of here.
Been what, a year?
11 months. Do you mind if we just stick to the matter at hand?
He cheated on you. Men are scum. So are PDs.
Nobody said you had to like me.
Deputy, take me back to my cell. I want some peace and quiet.
What is your problem?
You.
Do you want to stay in here?
My reservations at the Beverly Hills Hotel fell through. Where do you want me to go?
Mr. Kovach, why don't you let me do my job?
Peddle it someplace else. I'm getting me a new lawyer.
You can't. I'm it.
I'll represent myself.
You can't be that stupid.
How do you know?
Yes, I understand that. I know. But... Yeah, well, that's why I called you. What? Yes, but if he didn't take my client to court, then the lockout was illegal. Yes. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. Okay. Thanks, Molly. I owe you one. Howdy. Hi.
The door was open, so we let ourselves in.
Oh, I guess I left it open when I went out to get the paper.
Fiona, you really ought to be more careful.
Mother, I don't mean to be rude, but what are you and Doreen doing here?
Don't tell me you forgot.
Rosie, we had that breakfast meeting at the beach club to plan the Save the Whales benefit.
Oh.
Here's Cinderella. It was in the hall.
Is it blue or black?
Black.
Oh.
If you hurry, we can still make it.
Mother, I can't. The plumber's coming to fix the garbage disposal, and I have a 9:30 bail hearing. I don't have time to save the whales. Well, I'll make a $50 donation. All right, 100.
Dr. Fishman's son is going to be there.
Mother, please, no more setups.
He just happens to be the founder of Whale Watch International. Now, believe me, Fiona, I know better than to introduce you to any eligible man. Just going to freshen up. And we really do have to go.
Don't look at me. I'm just here to save the whales.
How do you turn her off?
Get married to a good Catholic.
I did that.
Rosie, look, if you want to work 14 hours a day and come home at night and read a good book, that's your decision.
Doreen?
I just think it's a shame your own mother goes out more than you do.
I'm working on it, okay?
Okay, good. Ready? Yep.
Mother, look, I'm very sorry that I forgot about the meeting this morning.
It's all right, honey. I'll see you tomorrow night for dinner.
Yes.
Come on, Doreen. I don't want to be late.
Okay. I think she worries about you.
Really? I'm in the middle of an investigation, and he's taking a vacation?
No, he's got a tax audit.
I can't get my client out of jail until I find her foster son, and George is arguing deductions with an IRS agent.
So why don't you talk to Ben? Maybe you can get Pete to pinch in.
He's busy on the kangaroo case. When are we going to get a new investigator around here?
Take it up with the Republicans. Thanks to them, we're the lowest taxed people in the civilized world.
My taxes are high enough already.
Excuse me, we want responsible government. We have to pay for it.
Let me guess. The legislature took another whack at our budget.
Yeah, I heard we might lose the space on the 15th floor.
Well, that's the good news. The bad news is mandatory furloughs, no cost of living increase, rollbacks.
I guess this isn't the time to tell you that I want my own investigator.
I can't create something out of nothing.
Then the Webster hearing is Friday.
Well, as my grandfather said, do the best you can with what you got. It sounded more profound in Yiddish.
What have I got? Your Honor, Mr. Kovach is a former police officer with 35 years of distinguished service to the community. Now, since his arrest, he's been held in protective custody at county jail. Despite the measures taken to ensure his safety from the general jail population, Mr. Kovach was assaulted during the dinner meal with a knife last night.
Did Mr. Kovach know his assailant?
Yes, Your Honor. My client had arrested him 11 times for aggravated assault. Your Honor, Mr. Kovach is presently being held on $5,000 bail. His preliminary hearing is scheduled for Friday. Now, I've reviewed all the evidence against him. And I'm confident he will not be held over for trial. In the meantime, Mr. Kovac is not a threat to society. But the society he's in jail is a threat to him.
Mr. Kovac, your reputation as one of L.A.'s finest precedes you. I was sorry to see you leave the department, as were many of my colleagues. I'm willing to grant your motion, Counselor, over any objection the DA's office might have, provided I have Mr. Kovac's assurance he will show up for his preliminary hearing in 3 days.
You have his word, Your Honor.
Motion granted. Mr. Kovac is released on his own recognizance.
So, want a job? Kovac? Mr. Kovac?
Miss O'Neill. It's not Ms., is it? I hate it when women insist I call them Ms.
Rosie would be fine.
Yeah?
So, what do you say? I need a good investigator.
Ms. O'Neill, you gotta be kidding me.
I've done some investigating of my own, Kovac. You were a crackerjack detective, thorough. You missed nothing, remembered everything.
Yeah. How come you don't like the investigators you already got?
They're not investigating.
They're all bums. I should know. I work with most of them.
Look, I need to locate a missing 11-year-old.
Save it for a milk carton.
He's the foster son of one of my clients.
You're one of those career women who don't have a life, so you spend your time poking in everybody else's, don't you?
Look, I know you don't like me.
You're overly aggressive, competitive, you panic easily.
I do not panic.
Look, I told you I got no use for you or your office. I don't like what you people do.
You may not like what I do, but what I do just bought you your freedom. So how about doing me a turn? You self-pitying son of a... You gonna turn your back on this kid the way you did your own? His name's Tim Brenner. He's 11 years old.
Hey, man, you're ruining the business on your way.
We need to talk.
Your husband, man. You can do me no good no more.
This woman can. Rosie O'Neill with the Public Defender's Office.
A woman's place is in the home, man.
Excuse me, but this is the 90s. A woman's place is anywhere she wants to be, man. We're looking for this boy.
Lots of people looking for boys. What you want with him?
Ms. O'Neill needs to talk to him.
Have you seen him?
A man is entitled to make a living. You give me money, I give you information. That's the currency of the American dream, man.
Lay a Hamilton on him.
A what?
An Alexander Hamilton. $10.
All right. I think all I've got is a 20.
God, I hate uptown frauds. Maybe you could set up a scholarship fund for his nieces and nephews.
$20? That doesn't even cover my overhead.
What overhead? Take it or leave it.
$20 will get you a name. An address will cost you half a banana. That's $50. Take it or leave it.
Fine. I'd like a receipt, please. What?
Thanks for the ride.
I don't like this.
I'm only meeting a 17-year-old kid named Angel.
Who is this kid anyway?
You heard the bongo player. Angel takes runaway kids under his wing.
He could have a knife, or even worse, a gun.
He could have zits. You watch too much television.
Look, if you're hurt, I'm the one who's in big, big trouble. You're undercover, you don't work for the PD's office, and you don't even have disability insurance. My last 17-year-old client was tried as an adult and got 25 years to life.
He should have gotten a death penalty. Don't you have to get to court?
You're not a cop anymore, and you're unarmed, aren't you?
My father was a Chandur, a peace officer, back in Kachkamit.
I know, it's Hungarian.
He never used his weapon. 35 years on the force, I never shot anybody.
Well, you've always had backup or a partner.
I had lots of partners. I prefer to work alone.
I bet they did, too. You don't like working with a woman, do you?
I'm a card-carrying member of the National Organization for Women. I just don't like you. I'll call you later. Get out of here.
No, you cannot stay home from school tomorrow. Joey, you stay home from school every Thursday. What is it with you and Thursdays? Oh, really? What do you think? I was born yesterday? I know Consuela comes to clean on Thursday. Hold on. Hold on. Don't you dare hang up.
I gotta go home cook dinner for my mother.
Yeah, where are you ordering takeout from tonight?
You cut the crap, Carole. Are there any messages?
No.
Nothing from Walter Kovac?
Not in the 30 seconds it took you to walk from your office to my desk. I thought you got the guy out of jail.
How much longer are you gonna be here?
10 minutes. Unless, of course, you have a note from Governor Wilson authorizing overtime.
I'll see you tomorrow.
So, kid, how are you doing in Spanish class this year? Rosie, wait up. I've been in Harrington's court all day. Are you free for dinner tonight? Leon's best friend is in town. He works for CNN. He's très sexy.
Oh, I can't. I'm cooking for my mother tonight.
Oh, Rosie, come on, help me out here. Leon won't go out without him. And it's Bon Voyage next week. Leon's going back to Kuwait. So who knows when I'm going to see him again.
Maybe next time, okay?
Rosie, your ex-husband got remarried last Valentine's Day. Give it up.
You're right. I will. But not tonight.
Promise?
As soon as I lose 10 more pounds, yes.
Liar.
Well, I really feel for Lorraine Webster.
You do?
Sure I do. She's not your typical client.
You mean she's innocent?
Fiona, it's more than that. I can't relate to somebody who holds up a liquor store, guns down some innocent person on a sidewalk, but believe me, I can understand a mother's love for her child.
She's only his foster mother.
Well, that shouldn't make a difference.
Well, it seems to make a difference to the judge.
You know what this case reminds me of? That story in the Old Testament.
Yeah, except instead of King Solomon, I've got Judge Newberry.
And you always said you hated Sunday school.
Mother, did you always want to have children?
Mm-hmm.
How did you know?
I'm not sure. It's something I grew up wanting. Glad I did. You and Doreen have meant everything to me.
What if I were adopted? Would you feel any different?
Fiona, you are not adopted.
Mother, I know I'm not adopted, but what if I were? Would you feel any different?
No. You're both a part of me. I feel that way whether I gave birth to you or not. I want to tell you something. I would fight all the way to the Supreme Court before I would let anyone take you or Doreen away from me.
I love you, Mom.
I love you too, sweetheart.
Hey, Rosie.
Hi, Hank. What's in the bag? Great looking peaches. Where'd you get these?
Farmer's market.
Morning.
Morning.
She's single.
Yeah, but she's just putting in her time. Waiting to jump to one of the big firms, then it's off to Washington on the political fast track. I've seen it before. Not interested.
She could be the next vice president of the United States. And you could be Marilyn Quayle.
Rosie, look. My peach.
I thought you were going to offer it to me.
Okay, fine. $1.25 each.
For a lousy peach?
Hey, wait, what's up?
Excuse me. Why is there another desk going in our office?
Did Ben tell you?
I told you we'd lose the battle for the 15th floor.
Well, you didn't tell us Valerie would be moving into our office.
Well, look at the bright side.
What bright side?
Valerie doesn't smoke.
Oh, Ben, come on. You should let us pick our office mate.
The choice was either Valerie or Udell.
Oh.
And you have company.
Oh, I should go talk to him. Probably has a question about his case. Excuse me. What are you doing at the office?
I was in the neighborhood.
You could have used the phone.
I didn't have 2 dimes.
Here's a George Washington. Next time, use the phone.
Relax, I'm a client. Angel knows where Tim is. I set up a meet.
Detective Kovac.
Counselor.
Long time.
I see you're still defending the guilty.
I need to talk to you.
Ben, something just came up. Could we, with your permission, do it maybe a little later?
Yeah.
Great, thank you. Mr. Kovac?
Will someone please enlighten me?
Don't ask me. I just share an office with Rosie. And Valerie.
Not that it's any of my business.
Why ask?
Where's your son now?
Does she know something I don't? Doing 9 at Chino for peddling heroin. You don't approve.
I didn't say that.
I busted my own kid.
You must have loved him very much. I'm a good lawyer, Kovac. I do my homework. Get the record straight.
For the record, I still love him.
Is this on the level?
Beats me. Angel.
You understand the deal? Tim's only here to listen. He's not going anywhere with you. If he decides to come in, it's his decision where and when. As to the cops, he splits.
Understood.
Thank you. Tim? Tim Brenner?
Yeah?
Hi. I'm Rosie O'Neill from the Public Defender's Office. Are you all right, Tim?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Your mother will be happy to hear that.
Which one?
Lorraine. Lorraine's in jail, Tim. She's in a lot of trouble because the police think that she kidnapped you. So I need your help.
She was gonna give me back.
Now, look, she's trying to get custody. She wants to adopt you.
She can't. That's the law.
Your birthday's what, next month?
Yeah.
Well, the law says that when you turn 12, you can tell the judge who you want to live with.
You're lying.
No, I'm not. If you love Lorraine and you want to live with her, all you have to do is speak up.
That's bull.
You're losing it.
No, it's the truth. But you can't live with Lorraine if she's in jail. Now, the hearing on her case is tomorrow, and I need your help. I need you to testify and to tell everybody that you did run away, that she didn't kidnap you. You can live with her if you want to.
Now?
Well, not right away, but in a month you can. You and Lorraine can go to court together.
You're lying. You're just like everybody else. Forget it.
Really, it's true. Look, Lorraine needs your help, all right? The hearing is tomorrow, 11 o'clock, Criminal Courts Building, room 306.
So there I was, standing in a row of petunias, shrieking at the top of my voice at the gardener because he cut the stems off the agapanthus.
He doesn't even speak English. Well, then he must not have been too upset.
A rose is a rose in any language. I mean, is this what I've come to? 10 years out of the workforce, the mother of 3 children, and the shrew of Hancock Park.
You better watch your step, Doreen. Your daughter's going to write a scathing tell-all book about you when she grows up.
My God, I've become Nancy Reagan. You want to talk about it?
No. So who else did you yell at this week?
Problems at work?
I don't want to talk about it.
Can't be your social life.
Jeez, Doreen.
It's your boss, isn't it? He's still in a foul mood. It must be something in the air.
Doreen!
Mother says you're working on an interesting case. Some innocent woman who's in jail because she wants to adopt her foster son.
Could we just talk about something else?
John F. Kennedy Jr. is definitely a hunk. Not bad for a lawyer.
I blew a case. The interesting one. Doreen, I don't think I ever should have given up private practice.
Funny. You hated corporate litigation. You hated your clients. You hated the other attorneys in the office.
Yeah, but if I lost a case, a rich corporate client was just a little less rich. A merger didn't merge. If I lose a case now, somebody could get the death penalty. Or rot in jail, even though she's innocent. I could just drown myself. The one witness that I had who could testify for Lorraine Webster was her foster son, and I let him slip right through my fingers. I should have worn a wire. I shouldn't have agreed to Angel's conditions.
Who's Angel?
Why am I so damned principled?
That's a crime.
In this case, yeah. I'm sitting here in bubbles, and Lorraine Webster's sitting in jail. You know?
So the Brenner kid didn't show up for the prelim?
No. Now Lorraine Webster is going to be held over for trial. I tried to tell the DA. I met with the kid. He admitted he ran away, but she didn't want to listen.
How come you didn't put Kovac on the stand?
I couldn't find him.
Excuse me?
I couldn't find him. And don't say I told you so. I already know I'm messed up.
How about half a sandwich?
I'm not hungry.
It's brisket. Come on, Rosie. You did the best you could.
Right. I did the best I could with what I had. Walter Kovac. I've got to hand it to him. He found the kid. It's good brisket.
Isn't it great? Harriet's mother's recipe. The subject of Walter Kovac is not open for discussion.
Well, it should be. With Paredes retiring, we have an opening for a new investigator. You said so yourself.
Not one that has you traipsing around Skid Row acting like some TV detective. Besides, I don't want a fat, balding, right-wing fascist working in the office.
Kid wants to help his mother.
Tim.
Too late?
Hell no. Not too late. Come on. Oh, thanks. Thank you.
Fat. Read my lips. N-O.
How many job offers have you had this week?
I'm retired. You see a shrink?
Yes. You haven't worked in over a year.
I got my pension. Once a week, twice a week.
Once.
I would have guessed twice.
Well, it's healthy to talk out your problems. You ought to try it.
I prefer to keep my thoughts to myself.
Your life's a mess, Kovac.
Save it for the mirror, shyster.
Hey, I've been there, pal. My life was a mess. And I'll tell you what turned it around for me.
Yeah?
Work.
The answer's still no.
Come on. I broke my butt with Ben to get you this job.
I don't like your side.
Well, sometimes we're right. Sometimes my clients are innocent, like Lorraine Webster.
Exception to the rule.
You. Well, your landlord was going to tear down your building to build condominiums. He locked you out illegally. You had a right to re-enter and reclaim your personal possessions. Now, bursting in the front door and smashing windows was excessive, but you are innocent.
Assuming you get me off and I don't have to see your face again, will you give me a phone call and let me know what happens with the Brenner kid?
I think of it.
I'm asking you for one lousy phone call.
I'll say yes if you say yes.
No.
That's not a satisfactory answer. I'll see you in court.
Trouble?
Suzanne? About Walter Kovac. I need a favor.
Miss O'Neill, you don't mind if I ask your client a few questions?
You go right ahead, Your Honor.
Mr. Kovac, I'm concerned about the number of witnesses who have testified as to your volatile temper. In addition, there is the issue of your use of alcohol. So, before I grant Miss O'Neill's motion for pretrial probation, I want your promise you'll stay away from the Clover Avenue Hotel and its owner, Dr. Harazi.
You have his word, Your Honor.
Thank you, Miss O'Neill, but I'd rather hear it from your client. Mr. Kovac, do I have your promise?
Yes.
Excuse me?
Yes.
You'll have to speak up. I can't hear you.
Yes, I promise.
Good. One last question, Mr. Kovac. Are you presently employed?
No, Your Honor, I am not.
Haven't you recently been offered employment as an investigator for the public defender's office?
Yes, Your Honor.
But you declined their offer.
Yes.
I must tell you, Mr. Kovac, this is a very bad sign. It leads me to believe that you're unwilling to take the necessary steps to get your life back on track.
Your Honor.
Miss O'Neill, Is a position in your office still open?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
Mr. Kovach, I'd be more inclined to grant you probation if you had a steady job. Have you been offered any other employment?
No, Your Honor, I have not.
As you know, Mr. Kovach, I can't force you to accept Miss O'Neill's offer. But if you don't have a job by 4 o'clock this afternoon, I'll have no choice but to deny Miss O'Neill's request.
You set me up. I'll take the job, Your Honor.
Good. Case dismissed.
You're gonna pay for this.